This Labrador was too special. It had red fur. It was as big as a horse. The vet waited. When it sat down lightly, there was a loud bang. The scale broke instantly. However, the night before, it was still a cute little puppy. It was being cuddled by its owner. What happened exactly? The dog and its mom lived in an abandoned house. It was playing hide-and-seek with the other puppies. Suddenly, people from the animal shelter barged in. Except for the puppy hiding under the blanket. Its mom and other puppies were caught. The dog was left all alone. The dog, scared and without its mom, started howling. It timidly went outside. It was the first time the dog saw the outside world. It stumbled down the stairs, and it ended up in a park. The hungry dog started fighting pigeons for cookies, but the dog was too small. It couldn't even compete with the pigeons. It could only watch the cookies get taken away. The angry dog chased away all the pigeons. It went to an old man. The old man picked up the dog and took it away. He said he would find it a good owner. It turned out the old man ran an animal shelter. That day, Elsa and her uncle came to the shelter. Elsa was immediately attracted by the dog's red fur. Elsa wanted to adopt the dog, but her uncle refused. Elsa left disappointed. When she got home, she found her backpack moving. She opened it and found the dog inside. Elsa was excited and worried. She was excited to have the dog with her, but worried that her uncle might find out. The dog quickly made itself at home. It jumped on Elsa's bed. It ran under the bed and chewed on Elsa's new slippers. That night, Elsa hugged the dog. She thought about being isolated and bullied at her new school. She cried sadly. She hoped the dog would be strong enough not to be bullied. The old man stood outside the window watching Elsa. Elsa asked the dog how she could raise it. The old man answered from downstairs, "With your love." Elsa woke up to a giant dog face. She instantly woke up. She was so terrified that she fell right out of bed. Once she calmed down, she looked carefully at the dog, which was now much taller than her. She realized it was the same puppy from last night. How did it become as big as a horse overnight? The dog was happy that Elsa recognized it. It jumped onto Elsa's bed. The bed collapsed instantly. The dog picked up Elsa's pillow. The pillow was shredded instantly, and the feathers flew everywhere. The dog wagged its tail happily. The desk was also destroyed. Its destructive power was unmatched. Elsa hurried to find her uncle. How could she hide such a big dog secretly? Before Elsa could tell her uncle, the dog greeted him with its nose. Her uncle screamed in terror at the sight of the giant dog. Elsa quickly explained that the dog was the same puppy from yesterday. Her uncle didn't believe that the puppy could grow so much overnight. They decided to take it to the vet, but it was hard to hide such a big dog. Her uncle said not to worry, as people in the city were too busy to notice. He was right. They got the dog into the van without anyone noticing. Suddenly, the dog saw balloons in the park and started running. A man was playing with balloons. He never dreamed he would become a toy for a giant dog. Elsa and her uncle struggled to get the dog into the van. However, the dog noticed the balloons in the park. It jumped out of the van and ran towards the balloons. It gently nudged the balloons with its nose, sending them and the men flying. The dog played with the balloons until it bit and popped one. The men finally escaped. The dog's antics attracted a crowd. Instead of panicking, people took out their phones to take pictures and videos. They took the dog to the vet. The vet had never seen such a big dog. The scale broke when they tried to weigh the dog. The vet said the dog was healthy. Elsa went to pay, leaving the dog with the vet. The dog showed off its destructive skills again. The cashier recognized the dog as one of the old man's animals from the park. The old man always had unusual animals. Elsa decided to find the old man to help the dog return to normal. However, the old man was northwest longer at the park. With the help of her classmates, Elsa found the old man's address. Elsa took a lot of hot dogs from the school cafeteria for the dog to eat. The rich girl who always bullied Elsa made fun of her again. The dog ran into the kitchen, where everyone recognized it as the famous dog. The dog happily approached the rich girl, covering her with slobber. Because of the dog's popularity, Elsa was no longer bullied. Elsa went home to get her computer to find the old man's location. At that moment, a neighbor was fixing the TV antenna. Carelessly, he fell down. The dog leapt up and caught him, saving his life. The neighbor cheered and liked the dog even more. The dog became an internet sensation. Photos and videos of the dog went viral. An animal research institute saw the dog and the boss was interested. The boss wanted it for himself. The boss identified Elsa's school from her uniform in the photos. He told the building manager that Elsa stole his dog. The manager locked Elsa's house. Elsa could not find the old man's information. The boss secretly implanted owner information into the dog. He tried to buy the dog from Elsa, but she refused. How could Elsa agree to that? The boss then tried to take the dog by force, but the nimble dog won't get caught by them. It escaped with the help of the neighbor, and it even ate a couple of sausages on the side. Elsa drove her uncle's van with the dog. Elsa's classmate directed her to a garage. The classmate turned out to be a rich kid who owned the whole building. He also had a pug. The meeting of the two dogs was unique. The dog sniffed the pug and licked it. The pug ended up in the big dog's mouth. Everyone was scared, but the big dog just wanted to give the pug a bath. It spit the pug out unharmed. The pug was terrified. It was almost scared to death. The boss went to the police and falsely accused Elsa of stealing the dog. He offered a reward on TV. What should they do? Elsa's classmate's dad suggested sending the dog abroad on by cargo ship. Elsa didn't want to part with the dog but had no better idea. They took the dog to the dock at night. Elsa reluctantly put the dog on the ship. Just when she thought the dog was safe, her neighbor told her the news. The dog had been captured by the lab boss. The neighbor banded together to rescue the dog. They used large pliers to cut through the fence. They sent 2 more people to disrupt the boss's press conference and distract the security guards. They successfully went into the building. They blew up the lock with explosives, making all the cages in the lab open. A ram blocked their way. A neighbor was praising it for being cute one moment. The next moment, it showed its fierce nature. An old lady poured condensed milk on the ground to lure the ram away. They arrived at the lab. The security guard took out a stun baton, but the neighbor blocked it with a rubber glove. The uncle crouched down to pick up a gun from the ground. The old lady threw a can of condensed milk at the guard's face, which distracted him. The sedated dog was lying limp on the table. It perked up immediately upon hearing Elsa's voice and jumped off the table. The uncle suggested finding a car to escape. Elsa had another idea. The girl rode the dog out of the lab. The other animals from the lab also escaped. They turned the news conference into chaos. Elsa rode the dog through the streets. The boss chased them in a car. The car couldn't keep up with the agile dog. The dog soon lost them. A helicopter broadcast the dog's location live. Elsa rode the dog across the bridge and found the old man by the river. People gathered around, and the police arrived to arrest the giant dog. Encouraged by the old man, Elsa made a passionate speech. She told everyone the dog was harmless. The men saved by the dog also spoke up.
That dog saved my life!
Everyone then accepted the giant dog. The boss arrived with a device claiming the dog was his. The police checked and found the dog belonged to Elsa.
Emily Elizabeth Howard.
It turned out that the old man had magic powers. The old man had switched the information with his magic. Elsa asked the old man how to return the dog to normal. The old man said it was her love that made the dog so big. The giant dog was accepted by everyone and lived happily with Elsa. Love has the power to change everything. This movie is called Clifford the Big Red Dog. The film is based on the popular children's book Clifford the Big Red Dog. It's about a little girl named Emily Elizabeth, played by Darby Camp, who gets a small, adorable red dog named Clifford in New York. Clifford quickly becomes her best friend, especially since she's feeling lonely and out of place at school. But as Clifford grows into a gigantic dog, a biogenetics company takes notice. Emily and her uncle Casey, played by Jack Whitehall, have to run away from these greedy people who want to capture Clifford. I recommend everyone watch the original movie. Thanks for the thumbs up, and for subscribing. Catch you next time. Bye.